Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we are going to be doing cash planning for my pay of July 4th. For those of you who are just joining us, I do a zero-based cash budgeting system where all of the money that comes in as income is allocated to a specific purpose. The first part that I typically go through is allocate all of my bills to specific pays, and then that money stays in my account. Anything extra is withdrawn in cash and then allocated to different cash envelopes where I withdraw the money and put it into those cash envelopes. This week we are going to be doing $1,010 for my cash stuffing this week. So this video is really about allocating out which envelopes are getting which amounts of money. So I'm going to start off just by putting my amounts on my calculator just so I can keep track of how much I have left once I've allocated specific things. This is definitely one of the lower amounts, so most of my money is going to be going into this top section here. I have a family of 4 and we live in Canada, so groceries are typically the biggest amount that I cash stuff. So I do $500 and that needs to last for a 2-week period. So that leaves me 510. I also do 200 in gas. Both my husband and I have a vehicle, and so we need, again, to plan for a 2-week period, so we each get $100. Oh, and of course, my computer is not liking me today. Minus 200. There we go. Okay, so 310. I'm also going to do $100 for restaurants. And then we don't have anything major planned for entertainment, so I'm just going to put $25 in there, and same with household. And then that leaves spending for my husband and I for $20 each. So that leaves me with $120, which is not a lot. I need to put at least $50 in subscriptions because that pays for things like Netflix, Amazon Prime, all that kind of stuff. And then I also need to put $50 in medical. Even though I'm in Canada, I do need to allocate money for prescriptions because our benefits don't cover the entire amount. And that leaves me with not a whole lot of money. It leaves me with $20. I am going to put that $20 right into beauty. And the main reason for that is I just had my hair cut, so I do want to continue to put money. It's my one little luxury, I guess, that I allow myself is getting my hair cut. My husband, his luxury is the gym, which is automatically withdrawn from our account, so I don't cash stuff for it, but it equals out to about the same amount, his gym membership and my hair. The next part in my process is actually allocating what denominations I'm going to be using for each of these cash stuff, because of course I can't just withdraw 10 $100 bills and a $10 bill because, as I said, different smaller amounts go in each of my envelopes. So this just helps me to, when I go to the bank, I know exactly what denominations I need to pull and how much. So I do as big a bills as possible for the most part, just to make it simpler. The only caveat to that is gas, groceries, and restaurants. I do have particular mixes there just because, again, it has to last us for 2 weeks. Gas in particular, I'm going to do for 50s. Again, my husband and I each get $50. Or sorry, $100. So what we usually do is do $50 each week just to make sure it's in there. Groceries, I'm going to do 4 100s and 2 50s because that way I'll have $2.50 for each week. We'll do 20 and a 5. and then a 20, and then restaurants is the other weird one I have. I'm going to do 5 20s. And the main reason for that is because most restaurants don't like it when you use $100 bills. So I like to do it in 20s just to make it easier. Some restaurants, they actually have to call a manager over to cash the 100. So this just avoids that issue. Beauty is going to get a 20, and then medical and prescriptions will just, or subscriptions will just get, oh, wrong one. We'll get a 50. There we go. So now I'm going to add those up at the bottom. So I have 2 5s, which is $10, 0 10s, 1 2 3 4 5 10 5s or 20s, which I think is 200. 4 5 6 7 8, and that I do 8 times 50, 400, and then 4 100. So I'm just going to add these up and make sure that they add up. So I've already got 400 on there. So another 400, 200, and 10. So there is my cash planning for the week of July 4th. Pretty simple, smaller amount this time, so I don't have a whole bunch of extra cash stuffing to do. So both videos should be pretty short this week. But thank you everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And as always, comments are welcome. Thanks everyone.